Hello, everyone. My name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is Saturday, July 29th, 2023. And this is the first live stream in a long time. This market has been difficult to say the least. Going live is a vibe, and it's really hard to vibe with such a nasty market. I mean, right now we're looking at Bitcoin dominance, but just having a look at Bitcoin on the daily, right, chopping for 40 days or so. I mean, I don't know how people go live in that kind of environment. It's demoralizing, you know what I mean? Just going up and down and up and down and up and down sucks. Absolutely sucks. It doesn't matter if you're bullish or bearish. It sucks. So, not really inspired. Haven't really been inspired to go live. And also, it's not the best use of anyone's time. At least I don't think. But I believe we are on the brink of something really, really cool, really interesting. A big move to the upside. And so I'm live again, and hope you guys enjoy. So let's get into it. I don't want to make this too long. If you have any requests and you happen to be here, let me know, because that's the forum, that's the opportunity for me to look at random things that I wouldn't necessarily look at during a pre-recording. In any case, let's look at the case of the idea that we may finally be getting a rare weekend move, right? The weekends are typically for dumping or for ranging, but this weekend may prove different, and I'm going to tell you why. The first thing that jumps out at me is the idea. One second, let me just check my screen here. Yep, I'm fine. The first thing that jumps out at me is the idea that altcoins are about to pop, okay? And how do I know that? How do I determine that? I'm looking at Bitcoin dominance. If you all don't know, and I did a little short on this yesterday, Bitcoin dominance is a measure of Bitcoin's relative market dominance in the entire cryptocurrency space, right? When it goes up, that means we're all fucked. That means, basically we're in a downtrend and Bitcoin's outperforming every other asset. That's not a good thing, because that's either Bitcoin's going down and everything else is going down but not as much, or Bitcoin's going up and other things are ranging or not going up at all. So Bitcoin dominance going up, and that's been the story pretty much for quite some time. Sorry, I don't know why this is not reacting. Is my pen? Damn it, my pen's not live. I don't know, I'm gonna do this without a live pen. Okay, let's try. This is literally the worst time for my pen not to be live. You guys know how much I like my pen. Alright, let's try this with the mouse. Alright, so Bitcoin dominance had been going up for a while now, right? And only late June did we start changing that trend. So the idea of Bitcoin dominance coming down, once again, is crucial. Any analyst worth their salt that is in the crypto space should be able to ascertain from this chart and this chart alone that we are experiencing an uptrend in crypto that's very, very favorable, and that altcoins are the place to be, are the investment that you may want to consider very strongly, because Bitcoin is being outperformed by altcoins right here. And that's what this chart is telling us. Since late June, Bitcoin is being severely outperformed by altcoins, and that trend should continue. Okay? Again, this is more likely than not a redistribution, so we should expect that trend to continue to the downside. Do you see that? So that is really, really encouraging. And obviously, I was talking about a weekend move, okay, on the small time frames, it's also really encouraging because if you just look at this right here, okay, I'm sorry, I don't have my pen. For some reason, my pen's down and it probably require a restart. So I am not able to use it. So my annotations may be a little goofy. So bear with me. But look at this range here. It's looking like it's on the brink of collapse. Okay, that's really, 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 really encouraging on the smaller time frames. Obviously, on the 4 hourly time frame, you can see what I'm saying. You know, you were chopping up, chopping, 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 and you're losing this level. You're pretty much just losing steam. We've all seen this in assets that we've wanted to go up, and you know, it's just looking like it's breaking down. That's exactly what's happening with Bitcoin dominance on the smaller time frame. And if you just have a peek at the momentum indicator, you can see the same thing. The momentum indicator here is in overbought territory. Okay, so that means despite the actual price action, I know Bitcoin dominance is not a price, but you know what I'm talking about. Price action going down, momentum indicators going up. That's indicative of this being a move leading to more downside. Okay, this is crucial. I don't know how many people, I don't watch other analysts these days. I don't know how many people really pay attention to Bitcoin dominance. It's not cheating. It's basically like, you know, using an indicator, but an indicator that takes into account altcoins versus Bitcoin, how altcoins are doing against Bitcoin very clearly, right? Basically, altcoins right now, this chart basically is telling you altcoins are going or are outperforming Bitcoin, and they should continue to do so. That is a really, really, really good sign if you're anticipating a move up in crypto. Okay, so that's like the first thing that jumps out of me, where I'm like, okay, that's on the brink of collapse. Bitcoin dominance is on the brink of collapse in that channel that we just seen, and this channel is a 16-day channel. Okay, so it's a considerable channel. If that's the case, that this channel is going to finally break after almost 2 weeks, then we should get a quite substantive move, right? Remember, it's all cause and effect. So if this is the cause, right, this, any consolidation, whether it be accumulative or distributive, right, accumulation to go up, distribution to go down, is the cause for the subsequent impulsive action. Does that make sense? So if we zoom out and we can say we're expecting Bitcoin dominance to continue to the downside, you don't just go to the downside willy-nilly. There has to be a cause. This is the cause, that's the effect. Okay, and so 16 days of distribution is a really compelling argument for a strong downtrend in Bitcoin dominance. Okay, and that is exactly what you're seeing on the charts. If you look at the charts, and I posted a few things on the community board yesterday, some altcoins that I was trading and looking at, and actually I added a couple this morning. But look at these altcoins, for instance. I mean, Blur may not be the most compelling, may not be the easiest read. Let's choose something else. Like Dodo, I think, is a little easier of a read. Yeah, look at this. All of that chop for these 2 weeks, right? This looks just like Bitcoin dominance, looks like it's going to break down. Dodo looks like it's going to break up, right? Just like Bitcoin dominance looks to be breaking down, Zilliqa looks like it's breaking up and out of this channel, and it actually already has. Okay, it's broken out of this channel already, so it's kind of confirming what we're seeing in Bitcoin dominance. These altcoins are creaming Bitcoin. Look at Dent, for instance, Cardano, right? Look, these moves are being made to the upside. And, at the same time, Bitcoin is also looking like it wants to make a move to the upside, but it's not as clean, and it doesn't look as pregnant, for lack of a better term. It just doesn't look as compelling of a, ooh, that is going to break out any moment now. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's at the bottom of this channel that we've been in for almost 40 days, and it's likely to break out to the top, right? Or back within the channel, and then eventually back to the top of the channel. But it's not as compelling as, for instance, DYDX, right? Which on the daily time frame looks like an absolute monster and has been putting in an up and to the right consolidation, where you have now a very clear bullish reversal pattern in this inverse head and shoulders right here. Do you see what I mean? Like, the aggressiveness and the bullishness of the altcoin charts are starting to show against Bitcoin, or vis-a-vis Bitcoin. And so do expect altcoins to absolutely demolish Bitcoin. Not to say that Bitcoin's not going to go up, it's just altcoins are going to go up that much more than Bitcoin, and this is what you typically see in a bull run. A proper bull run is one where altcoins go up and Bitcoin goes up as well, but not as much as altcoins, and it's because altcoins are that much more volatile, okay? Not because altcoins are worse or better or anything like that. It's just, a math game. Volatility. They have lower market caps. Let's see. All right, so yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. Obviously, we're not looking at the DXY on the weekend because it's not trading. But these altcoins are looking to go. And, I'm in these three trades: Blur, Dodo, and Zilliqa. I'm trading on Femex, not sure how you pronounce that. By the way, Femex is hands down, by far and away, the best exchange if you're stateside. For all my American viewers, if you want to leverage trade and you know what you're doing, right? If you don't know what you're doing, stay away from it. But if you know what you're doing, or you're practicing, with small amounts, small levels of leverage, Femex is the way to go, right? A lot of exchanges just cannot operate in the greater United States. KuCoin is the latest example. They just pulled out. You can't even KYC if you wanted to. So, Femex is pretty much our only choice for Americans wanting to apply our skills at leverage trading. So what are we going to look at? Let's look at something that has moved, okay? I know things are just about to move, but something that has already moved. So I go to the general watch list, I change by change of percentage, and you can see here, ample fourth has already broken out, okay? And this is the stuff we've been waiting for and anticipating and haven't gotten. But look at this, 59% up in a day. Okay, 59% up in a day, and you can see that 59% didn't take a whole day to print, right? Literally in 2 hours, you went up 59%. This is the type of shit we've been waiting for, right? You see these 2 hourly candles, 1, 2, boom. That's your 59%. And then you come back down in 1, 2, almost 2 candles, but like that's your wave 1, wave 2 situation that I always talk about on the channel. You see, you go up for your first impulse, you come down. Oh, my pen's working. You come down with your next 2 or 3, right? It's more or less equal, right? The time it takes to go up and the time it takes to come down, and the move down is typically 50 to 61.8% of the move up, and then you do it again. That's the type of shit we're waiting for in the whole entire market. That's what you can expect, right? So fourth, Maker DAO starting to move, Wan Chain starting to move, right? I don't know what this is, DCUSDT. I think one of you all asked me to look at that. I don't know what that is. But yeah, we're here. We're here. And so yeah, I'm excited and I'm live streaming, and maybe we can catch a breakout on this live stream. Things are really, really close. Look at that. Dodo is just about to break out. Look at that. Look at that. So trading corrective price action is a nightmare. It's very, very challenging. There's all kinds of permutations, combinations that price can take. Trading impulses isn't child's play, but compared to trading corrective price action, you can say it is, okay? Because you're just looking at things moving in one direction and then coming back in a regulated fashion. Okay, when you're talking about wave 4, then you get a little bit herky-jerky and crazy, and you get it into complex corrections and stuff like that. But then even that is constrained, in a certain region that you can expect between the 236 and the 382 of wave 3. Obviously, even impulses can present some complications, some difficulties when you're talking about extensions, truncations, and stuff like that. Anything can happen. But by and large, when you're looking at impulses, it's just where's the next significant resistance? I talked about this during yesterday's show. You're just looking for the next major resistance. This is a little more tricky right here in the case of Dodo. Are you going to get resistance right here? You may, right? Because this has proven to be resistance throughout this bear market accumulation right here. So maybe you hit your head on this, okay? But then when you zoom out a little, I think the easier, clearer read, the more clear read is this level right here, right? Served as support here, clearly was resistance here. The price came and said, I can't go above this. So for me, this would be a clear resistance around 36 cents, something like that, okay? But that's pretty much it. You just look for, the next major resistance and see if you can't take some profit and rinse and repeat. Wait, obviously, after taking profit, you wait for the retracement, because if the price, for instance, in Dodo does hit its head over here, okay, we come back down 50 to 61.8% of that move, okay? It's such a great opportunity between wave 1 and wave 2, taking profit after the end of wave 1 and then getting back in at wave 2. I mean, you just saved yourself 60% of whatever you made. So I think it's a great move. Now, August has, and this is the last thing I'll talk about. I didn't really give anybody much time to join the live, but whatever. August is very likely to be very bullish. Okay, and the main reason I say that is because August starts with the full moon and ends with the full moon. Very rare that we start a month with the full moon and end with the full moon. What does that mean? Okay, so when we're talking about lunar cycles, understand that full moons represent local market bottoms in major markets, in financial markets. So historically, when you get a full moon, you get the full moon in and around 0 to 3 days after, you get the full moon, and then 0 to 3 days after that full moon, you typically experience a local market bottom. Okay, so you typically go into local market bottoms from an impulse from a move up. Meaning, if Monday is the 1st, which is a full moon, okay, 1st of August, and 0 to 3 days after that, we can expect the local market bottom. Technically, chances are, probabilistically, we're to go up between now and then. Okay, so either we go up this entire weekend and then start coming back down on Monday, or on Tuesday or Wednesday, or even on Thursday, right? 0 to 3 days after the full moon. Do you see what I mean? So we go up and then come back down for that local market bottom. Okay, so that's how the month starts. So basically, you can already say that the move up for that full moon is already kind of in motion. And then between that and then the end of the month, you should expect another move up to come back down once again to fulfill that local market bottom towards the end of the month. So August should prove to be really, really, really bullish. And that would make sense given the entire 2023, which has featured Bitcoin, and pretty much only Bitcoin, right? You have other assets that have gone up, but it's pretty much just been the Bitcoin show. Bitcoin has been up 85, 89%, which is cool, but honestly nothing to write home about. And it makes sense because we're still underneath that major $30,000 resistance. Once we break it, all bets are off, and that looks like that's exactly what August is going to present. A break of 30,000 for Bitcoin, and alts just flying. So I'm excited. I think it starts already now. We can already see it. It's been, obviously we're on the weekly time frame, but if we jump down into the smaller time frames, you can already see, like this Zilliqa, for instance, has been up. And this is the nature of an impulse. So when we talk about impulses in Elliott wave theory, it's not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. It's not just all these rules. You can feel it. Okay, when price is going in a single direction, like perpetually, like candle after candle after candle, right? If you look on the hourly time frame, the 4-hourly time frame, like it just keeps going in that direction. That is impulsive price action. You do not want to bet against that. That's where the saying comes. What's the saying? Something like trade the trend. Oh, the trend is your friend until the end, or something like that. This is a trend. This is trending price action. So what you don't want to do is two things. You don't want to underestimate trending price action, and you don't want to get in the way of it. Okay? So underestimating it would be taking profit way too early at some resistance, because usually, unless it's major resistance or significant resistance, what's going to happen is you're going to get some level. Oh, my pen doesn't want to work anymore. What the hell? Dude, what the hell? Alright, like here, you're going to get some level of consolidation at resistance, but it's not going to stop. It's just going to continue after that consolidation. Do you see what I mean? So you don't want to take profit too early. That's one. The second thing you don't want to do is you don't want to go against it. So if you see this trend and you're like, oh, we're at resistance, I'm going to enter a short. That's a bad idea. You want to get the hell out of the way of a trend. And some traders will go as far as saying, if the trend is up, you do not want to go short. If the trend is down, you don't want to go long. Right? You always want to trade in the direction of the trend. And that is the best thing to do in terms of proper risk management. So that's the idea. And that's how I'm playing this. And, honestly, it's in trends that we're able to make profit, like proper profit. When the price is going sideways, it's very, very challenging to make any substantial profits trading markets. And we've been down or sideways, but most likely, more likely than not, just sideways in most assets for the past 300 to 500 days. So this is really good. If you're still here and you haven't quit And if you haven't, kudos to you. This is your opportunity, right? You see Blur hasn't demonstrated the same kind of bullishness that we see in Zilliqa, but you can see it starting. You can see Dodo is starting. It's really, really, really very close to breaking this 4 or 5 day cup and handle, right? This is a cup and handle. It's very close to breaking out from it. Just on this watch list, we can see, same thing with Cardano, same thing with Litecoin. Like, these are cup and handles that are on the brink of breakout. Yeah. XRP as well. You can see VRA looks a little less appealing, but don't be surprised if that breaks out. VeChain is a very nice one. This is consistent, right? This is a consistent cup and handle, right? I would say that this is what? It's not the prettiest cup and handle, but it is some sort of cup and handle, right? Let's see, Tron, not so much. I mean, it looks like it wants to break out, but it doesn't look like a cup and handle to me. Sand looked good the other day. Yeah, it still looks good. You see that? That just looks like it wants to break out of that resistance right there. Litentry looks okay. Chainlink was really bullish the other day. Yeah, and it remains so. You see this very nice 5 waves up, 3 waves down price action. And let's measure the time, see if it looks like pure impulse. So it went up in 5 waves. It took a day and 13 hours, okay? And in a day and 13 hours, Chainlink put in a 12% move, and then it retraced for the next 2 days. Okay, so one could say there's comparable timing between these 2 waves, okay? Comparable time between the wave 1 ascension and the wave 2 declension, okay? Because you can say that wave 2 ends here, and then all of this right here is some sort of consolidation reversal. So you could say 1 day 13 hours up, 1 day 13 hours down, and then you continue. So this is really bullish, and as you can see, I mean, this is quite clearly a bottom, quite clearly a reversal, and it looks like this larger trend of 12% to the upside is just going to continue, okay? And this has to be, why does it have to be impulsive? And I'll tell you why. It's because you didn't even come down to touch the 0.5. So it can't be a corrective zigzag, right? We talk about corrective zigzags, 5 waves up, 3 waves down, but correctively, and then, it's an A, B, C. That's a zigzag. That's still a corrective wave. But one of the things about those zigzags are that they have to come and tag at minimum the 0.5, at maximum the 0.618. Here, you see the retracement right shy of the 0.5, meaning this is pure impulse. It has to be pure impulse, okay, if this breaks out here, which it looks like it's doing, okay? So that's Chainlink. This Chainlink's about to hit its wave 3. If anybody knows what that means, that basically means it's about to go crazy. Chainlink is about to go crazy, and its next significant target from here, obviously the top of, whatever this is, that's going to be wave 1 of 3. More likely than not, it's going to hit this really quickly, $8.50 really quickly. But the entire wave 3 should go. The entire wave 3 can take you all the way here to this $15 mark, right? Or just shy of it, right? Or yeah, maybe just shy of it, and then wave 5 will take you the rest of the way. Or wave 3 will take you there, and then wave 5 will take you and make the higher high here. I don't know exactly, But Link looks very, very bullish right here. It's going into its wave 3, and wave 3 is typically the longest and the most impulsive of the Elliott waves. ETH looks okay. ETH is going to run, but not like a lot of these lower cap altcoins. ETH is going to do good things, but it's not going to do what any of the lower cap altcoins that you know and love been following, that have, you know, declined 90% during the bear market and 90+% during the bear market and are still at their bear market lows. ETH isn't going to do anything like what they're going to do now, and it shouldn't, because it's just a higher market cap asset. Okay, Dogecoin looks really good. That looks like it's gonna fly. Let's go back on the floor early. Yeah, basic attention token looked great. I mean, all these assets look pregnant. They look like they're about to break their resistances and run. And that's exciting. Hopefully you're exposed. Hopefully you're exposed and you're able to take advantage of these moves. Once it starts running, it's hard to catch. Once it starts running, it's always hard to catch. But there are opportunities, and there will be opportunities, because, you know, we've been in such a drawdown for so long, right? There's so much space to the upside for a lot of these assets. So I wouldn't be overly worried if you do miss this move this weekend. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, guys. I hope you're well. Hope this was useful. Hope this was helpful. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you maybe on Monday. Take care.